Ladbrokes headmaster's hairdresser as well, and from where I'm standing here on Clapham Junction I cannot see one policeman at all. They're all elsewhere in the city dealing with problems elsewhere. Let's move up here, see what's happening. This is quite extraordinary, really. Every shop they can find they're looting. What are you guys up to? Is this fun, is it? Is this fun? They're now going into headmasters, the hairdresser here. I mean, this is just extraordinary stuff. I've never seen this before, and I live down here in Clapham.
Those are the latest pictures from Clapham, brought to us by our reporter Mark Stone. You're looking at our latest pictures from Croydon at the moment, that building well ablaze in those shots. We shall be back with you in just 1 minute to go through tomorrow's papers with our guests Lord Victor Adebowale and Emma Barnett, the Daily Telegraph's digital media editor. Do stay with us.
At the Amazon rainforest, but together with
cars burnt out all down the road, everything.
Really?
It's a fucking mess out there.
Where's your dad?
My dad, he's staying at home. He's all right there at the moment. It's all quiet. I've shut all the curtains. No one can see anything. He's quiet. He's parked his van right down the bottom of the road, out of the way.
Right, Dennet Road. Taxi and a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, because everyone's just crazy. Have you seen London Road yet?
Yeah, we went through it.
I know. I was walking through it, like literally, like everything was just blowing up, like around me, and I had to get through it.
They've been cars parking on the brink,
I know.
waiting for people to come. Yeah. Some of them extremely young and laughing while they were throwing things at the windows of various shops.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably see the video now that was filmed just a little while ago. And from where I am, I can't tell whether that's actually going on at the moment. But it certainly was 20 minutes ago. And what was extraordinary was this: they just didn't seem to care at all. Some of them had their heads covered. Others didn't. They were all very young. There were girls there as well who were laughing. I think you can see a few of them in my video there. When I spoke to them briefly.
So I just had to walk up through Croydon.
As I told you, those cars that were set alight on London Road, along with other parts of this particular location in South London that remain either lawless or pretty dangerous in terms of going anywhere near them this evening.
Do you get the impression, Mark, that the police are darting from pillar to post and playing a game of catch-up, if you like?
I'm sorry, I missed that. Could you say that again?
I was just saying, you do get the impression that the police are darting from pillar to post and playing a game of catch-up. Central.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to in a sense because at the end of the day, I mean, what else can they do? I mean, they only, you know, they can only do so much with intelligence. A lot of this has been fairly sporadic in nature and quite spontaneous. When you have that, when you have groups of youths who are going to an area who are smashing up property, setting buildings like this on fire.
Yeah, they're fucking late, isn't it?
To another part of the borough or even elsewhere to another borough. What can you do but just respond to it, try to get your resources there, try to secure the area. But of course in doing that, and I'll just get out of the way again to show you some of the building. In doing that, you're tying up resources because there are a number of police officers here making sure that this remains safe, that the area is cordoned off so that the
silly bitch, get back.
Can work safely.
That's a Croydon.
And that's tying up resources. It means there are overall fewer resources then to respond to other incidents. And when you talk about
Spencer's in Sutton.
That was an hour ago. Someone's put that on Facebook an hour ago.
You know, a factor
They're
of 12
hitting everywhere.
What a joke!
What a fucking joke!
Are happening
everywhere
around the country. Around the capital.
Mark, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you, and we'll just remind you of the shots of the.
Yeah, they're just moving. They're just moving from place to place. One big route.
Yeah, they should. But Blackburn said that they will make that information available to the police.
Yes, they will do, but it's not in real time, and that's when you need it. And I think that's what's so powerful about Twitter, which is also being the main driving point from the modern media point
They
of view.
need to shut
is
that
it
fucker
isn't
down
real-time.
straight
They've
away.
got this platform that
That
they
and
never had
Facebook,
before.
they need to shut
They're
them down
now
now.
just
shut it down for the time being.
Because they can't communicate without that.
The only reason why they're not doing that shit is because it costs loads and loads and loads of money.
Yeah, but look at the amount of money, the damage they're doing.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
I'm amazed actually they haven't been responsible for shutting
very
it
different.
down.
We had Diane Abbott, I heard her on Sky earlier,
So
talk about how
just
some
the
police
first,
officers
the other
have been there for 3 nights, because that's the problem. It's a 24/7 force. You mentioned fewer than 3,000 are trained for this type of work. Well, they're not all going to be around anyway, so we'll be on trips, we'll be on holidays. It's August, they'll be like the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary.
It's clear that their name isn't to be associated with the violence, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think these are bored, idle, angry, ignorant and violent people, and I think some of the messages about parents knowing where their children are tonight are very important. You know, you need to know where your kids are, you need to get them off the street, the police need to act, and we need to be calm, we need to not turn this into a sport, because it isn't.
They do?
People are very frightened, and I would be very
Just
frightened.
telling people to get off the street.
No, I thought you said the military was coming out.
No.
Need to fucking do that.
Make arrests. We need to review the situation, and we need to move.
Make arrests.
And do you think that's what's happened, that some of these young people have
People up there need to die, not be arrested.
I saw the video. It was very clear that the young people that were out there had no care for their own safety, for the safety of the community, or indeed for the fact they were breaking the law, and that can't be allowed to continue.
Where's the furniture shop?
Yeah, I know.
We need decisive action against criminal behaviour, but once that's been done, we then need to review how those communities can be rebuilt, because we need to build a bridge between those people that don't care and those people that care, because that's what community is.
Let's have a look at the Telegraph front page now, and their headline, similar vein, rule of the mob, pictured there, well, someone walking past a burning car.
All this on Facebook will get people going to those places.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's all that's about. And instead of them being accused of sending people there, they're just spreading the news. According to them.
They were, and as I mentioned, these were young kids. These weren't adults. They were young kids,
This was all
boys,
young kids,
girls,
look at it in
some of them
Clapham
as young
Road.
as 14, 15. Someone said to me just now, where on earth are their parents? Well, I think that's a question that it's going to be answered tomorrow. But now it is quieter. The police arrived here, about an hour ago, so there was 2 hours where
How
people
good
could do
the
what they
fucking
like.
police be in there now? It's too late, it's all
You
empty.
can see they've managed to get inside. Let's move actually a little bit closer to the
I mean,
pawnbrokers.
all of a sudden we had loads of police over the Pearly Way and helicopters and all that, but they got really fucking gone.
Everything from the windows is gone.
Yeah. The sort of things you'd find in a jeweller's, and everything's
the
gone.
whole jeweller's is
moving
gone.
up here, you can see, look, there's a shoe here that someone has tried to nick from the shop JD Sports just down the road. It's the same all the way up this street. They moved up shop by shop by shop. We watched them, local residents watched them too. And sorry, a cameraman's just tripping over some of the rubbish that's down here. So, everyone watched them, no one could do anything. I was talking to a couple of these people. They were nasty bits of work. They did not want to be filmed. And when they saw that I was filming on my iPhone, very quickly they tried to take that off me. I ran down the street up that way, and we got away. But the police weren't here. They are here now. But
Depends whether they've done anything
there's
to it.
a branch of
Jobs centre on Doon Road.
Yeah,
Because that's the first place you're fucking destroying, surely.
Don't know, how do they get the money then?
It's probably the only place they've been touched.
Recall Northern Ireland and other countries where water cannon and rubber bullets are used, and it doesn't necessarily end the violence. Don't get me wrong, I think measures and things that need to happen, in my view, that the police need to be given the opportunity to make the decisions that they need to make to keep the public safe. It's not for me, and it's not for, frankly, it's not for the press to dictate what the police do. It's for the police to do. But I would urge that we appeal to the public to act calmly, find out where the kids are, get them off the street, and to respond in a calm but decisive manner.
But people don't believe that the police are coping or handling the situation properly.
No, it's difficult to know, especially when you hear in Clapham Common your reporter saying he couldn't see any police officers. And yes, people were walking by while kids were trashing shops, but equally, you know, I live in the heart of the Notting Hill Carnival, and I, a few years ago, got caught in a whole gunfire situation there, and police weren't ready for that either. There wasn't any riot police out. And I would have really welcomed some water being opened onto the street, just because the comparison that you gave a minute ago is a political uprising. This isn't political. This isn't people saying that their freedoms are being encroached upon. Yes, they might have acts.
No.
This is just looters and robbers going around and causing havoc.
Yeah, but I've got to get
That's
wrong.
terrible, isn't it?
The fact of the matter is, if you were walking down the street at that time and water cannons had been used, you'd have probably been caught up in it. The problem with water cannon and rubber bullets is that they're indiscriminate. And what the police are trying to do is to protect people first, and then arrest people, and then at the same time encouraging the public to get the kids off the street. Is exactly what we should be doing. And I think we should let the police get on with the job. And it's, you know, I think we should be very careful before we increase the response. It's just common sense.
It is common sense, but we're 3 days into it now. I don't necessarily agree with rubber bullets, but the people who aren't causing any trouble will get off the street a minute before it starts happening. And the people who aren't, I don't think will move. And if they will move, they'll move because of that.
Well, you know, we can exchange opinions till the council.
You don't say anything.
I think my view is that
don't say shit. You need to keep quiet.
Hidden. At the moment, thank you very much. Let's take a short break.
Yeah. Right, okay, what's the matter? Yeah.
Right, stay low, be quiet. They're loading
No,
the car
no,
out
I
here.
can see him.
Huh?
Stay low, be quiet.
David and that's just going to turn up.
Oh, great.
Well, they've just got to get in the house quickly, haven't they? They're loading a fucking car up out here, sir.
This is quite extraordinary, really. Every shop they can find, they're looting. What are you guys up to? Is this fun, is it? Is this fun?
Get the house quickly,
They're now going into headmasters, the hairdresser here. I mean, this is just extraordinary stuff.
diabolical, isn't it?
I've never seen this before, and I live down here.
Alright, don't panic. Look, we'll get down home. Don't panic, alright? Try and ring the forum again and tell him to stay there until someone comes to get him. Alright, ring him now and see if you can stop him and get him to stay there till we come and get him, alright? Alright, bye.
Stephen's alright. Everyone's alright. Stephen's with Sharon. Stacey's with Sharon.
Listen.
Got to make sure his dad's alright.
Yes, make sure your dad's alright, okay, but Cole is stuck at the forum. They've stopped all buses, trams, fucking everything. But I've told him to stay there for the time being because he's safer up there than he is trying to get into fucking Purley at the moment.
My dad's just told me all
see my
over
dad.
Facebook it's going to happen to Nuranta next.
Oh, fuck me.
Erica's not there anyway, she's on holiday.
So, all over Facebook.
Bowman's has gone.
Bowman's
I
is
know,
gone.
I know.
My jewellery's in there.
So is mine.
The whole of London Road is gone.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah,
Reach
the whole
Corner is
Reach
to the
is
ground.
gone.
The furniture store is to the ground. It's completely level.
I know.
Everyone's going.
Right, I've got to go and get my dad.
Go and,
Yeah,
go
go
on,
and
go and
get
get him and bring him round here or something, David, so that he's all safe here.
Yeah, Dave, don't start going. Yeah.
That scared me going through there. Getting stuck in the traffic lights and everything.
I know, it's alright, baby, it's alright. Come.
They're all in fucking hoods and everything around there.
You want to see them all loading cars up?
They're using my alleyway, Mum, to fly tip the stuff and then come back and get it. I don't want that round here, Mum. What if they try to get in my house with him there?
Love, listen.
There's nothing we can do. We're all safe here, alright? Don't panic. Look, he's getting worried.
The first time I've ever felt threatened since that wanker got in my car. Look at me, Mum.
I know. Calm down now. Sit down, you. Come on. Sit down there. Right, I'll tell
I ain't letting go all fucking night, Mum. He ain't been to bed, nothing.
Where's the house phone?
Look, look.
No.
This is early footage.
Philip had to run through that, look, Caroline, to get home. Hello, love. Listen, David's gone up to get his dad, because he's right at West Croydon there, isn't he? And then he's going up to the forum to pick up... Oh, they've left. Oh, fucking hell.
And he's got
All
Daddy
right,
and all.
he's coming in back here, so I'll tell him... Well, I don't know how he's going to get back here, shall?
He's not. He needs to be picked up. No one's coming in or out of Croydon.
Well, how's he going to get home then?
Jubilee Bridge is packed with people.
It's all over
just
Facebook
watching
now
it.
that it's going up New Addington.
You can't even get over Jubilee Bridge properly for people parking on the side watching Reeves' corner go down in fucking dust.
Fucking idiots.
They've
What a
got to
joke.
call out the fucking military to stop this.
I don't understand why it's taking so fucking
I
long.
know, I know. This is diabolical, isn't it? That's because you're worrying.
Oh, they're just showing you repeated stuff you showed us earlier, you dickheads.
How can you find them though, Sharon? Don't go on your own, Sharon. Take Stevie with you. Because Dowie, you know...
What are they doing?
She's going to go and sit... He's left the forum already, so he's
Right,
trying
well
to
there's
walk
no
home,
point
isn't
in her going out there now.
If
is there?
David's going up there, Mum, they're never going to...
Yeah, but they've left the forum, so how David's going to find them?
We need
I
to
know
ring him
David's
and
going
tell
to get
him.
his dad.
Yeah, I know.
But there's no point in her going up now, is there? Because she's going to miss them. How's she going to find them and all that carnage?
See, it's not, it's the other way, isn't it?
Yeah, if she goes up the back roads through to... Because he'll walk back that way, won't he?
You don't know where he's going to walk, love. You don't know what the situation is.
Yeah,
down
you
there.
will. You come Mitchley Road. He'll walk down Mitchley Road to get through to Sharon. He will. From the forum, he will. All right. All right, love. Bye. This is diabolical.
Home Secretary, the Deputy Prime Minister, obviously William Hague, Foreign Secretary as well, and the acting Metropolitan Police Commissioner to take charge of the situation, and for him obviously to be...
See, we're panicking like this. You bet tomorrow morning on the news and that they'll say, you know, why was people panicking?
Oh no, they're not going to say that. All right, love, fucking hell.
Even coming down this
I mean,
road,
look how
Mum was
close it is.
intimidating. All the boys walking with the fucking tellies with their hoods
Oh,
up
we've
and
had them
shit.
walking down here. We've watched them on the CCTV. Walking past with fucking trolleys full of fucking gear.
They've gone over there and done the
They're
shop.
parking down our road and people
I know.
are coming back with the TVs.
I know. Because
Like they're
there's
not
no
going to get caught
police.
with them, Mum. They're serial numbered and everything.
Because the police are dealing with things elsewhere. Even though the shops have called the police, they can't get them there because they're dealing with other things.
My phone and my bag. Can you pass my bag for me?
Well, just keep calm because you need to keep calm for spin because it's going to get them frightened.
It's done now.
Do you want to ring her on her house phone, Kat?
Escalating the situation as we speak, Martin. How does
You've got a house?
With the spread of what's been going on tonight, quite simply that thin blue line is being stretched ever more. You've already heard that almost a quarter of Britain's police forces are contributing reinforcements. One of the great frustrations for the police here is that everybody says, look, you've got 30,000 police officers, surely you can cope with that number, but the reality is that only a very small percentage of them are trained fully to deal with this kind of disorder. When you're asking police force, members of a police force to engage almost face-to-face, hand-to-hand with these kind of criminals, you need specialist training, and a lot of those officers have been deployed for the past 72 hours. There are officers who I've watched trooping back into Scotland Yard today after 27-hour shifts. You can understand the extent of the problem. There are all sorts of rumours about troops being put on standby. I'm assured that that isn't happening and not likely to at the moment. I think there'll be people working here very late tonight trying to work out what's going to happen in the next 24 hours, but really people don't know.
In the last hour, we spoke to Deputy Mayor of London, Kit Malthouse. He urged the public not to get in the way of the police response.
We are moving police officers around the city to different areas to try and deal with the problems where they arise. But we're being hampered to a certain extent by a large number of spectators and indeed young children. And I would just like to reinforce the Commissioner's message to all parents and indeed people who are watching these kind of spectacles. Please find out where your children are. Act responsibly, get them in. If you are watching, get off the streets and get out of the way, because we want our police officers to be as robust as possible with the right people, and that's those criminals who are, perpetrating some of these acts of madness.
Kit Malthouse, Deputy Mayor of London. Well, these are the latest pictures from Croydon. Several buildings well ablaze, will be razed to the ground, no doubt. On the line now is Trevor Reeves. He's the owner of a family business, one of the oldest shops in Croydon. It's been around for more than 100 years. Good evening to you, Trevor. What is your situation tonight?
Well, I don't think Kit Malthouse's description is a spectacle. It's very respectful, to be honest with you. I'm totally, well, me and my brother are here, we're just totally devastated. It's just, well, 5 generations. Half of the business is now completely split. We've got customers to serve. The whole area and the way that things just work in these days in Croydon is just despicable, absolutely despicable. I can't believe that as I drove past my shop, having had an alarm call, 2 minutes later it's blazing, someone just gone in and torched it. Saw the people coming out of the building and just running off with a crowd of people around it. It's just absolutely staggering that it could happen, especially when there's warnings. I mean, if the police and the fire engines that are here now had been here a minute after the wretches had come out of the building, I wouldn't be standing here looking at a hulk of something that was built in the late 1800s.
The whole of Richard Sound has gone.
It's just provided my family and the 15 to 20 staff and families that we support. It's just completely destroyed. I just failed. Words failed. I think you've got to have a word with my brother as well, because he's just involved in it. I think I'd rather like him to speak to me as well.
Yeah, and the days and everyone are dealing with fucking Central Croydon.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Reeves, I presume. Gillian Joseph in the Sky News studio. I was just speaking to your brother Trevor about the fire that engulfed your family business this evening.
I know.
Where's that?
My lives are destroyed.
Top of the stairs.
There'll probably be someone else.
Here's the police, right, police.
35 years I've been down here.
Well, they're fucking missing everything then.
Devastated.
Fucking idiots.
But there's the crimes in Croydon,
the whole of
like any other
is covered in cars where they've stopped
to
watch it burn to the floor.
resources to cope with them.
Tell her Primark's
on a daily basis.
Gone.
Probably ring the police probably every other week.
Start mourning now, yeah?
The crimes are horrendous. Very few people ever come down to it. And it was
Primark's
always going to happen, I
fucking
suppose.
smashed out.
Bloody hell. What did I say? 1867, now I've got nothing.
It's bad.
Sky News on.
How long did it take the police and fire crews to actually get to the scene?
It was about 15 minutes. My brother was here.
Look, all the people on the green waiting for their people to come back with the TVs and shit.
I know, look.
But
look at all the cars.
you can see it now. It's just on fire. It's just a shell of something from the Victorian era. Everything's just gone.
Look at them. What are they doing?
There's got nothing left.
Yeah.
I was in the Brixton Riots, but
On my phone.
this is worse, isn't it? Like all your readers have great pictures, so my life's destroyed.
Oh, I hope she doesn't start mouthing
Good night,
off.
Sky News. Bye-bye.
If she starts mouthing off, we're going to have a problem, I
That's
tell you.
Mr. Reeves there.
They've all took the piss
Is that
out of
Trevor?
Hank,
Back
you know
on
what I
Yes,
mean?
it is, yeah.
There's
Your
no
brother
need for
obviously
none of
very
them.
distressed. He said,
Croydon now.
business
Yeah, they do need
set up in
salvation
1867,
on that.
completely destroyed tonight.
They need the army out here.
Whatever's going
Yeah,
on
it's
out
just
there,
gone.
who's screaming?
It's 5 generations. So my father's just distraught at the moment.
Well, people are coming through, but it's intimidating, James, because they're all wearing hoodies and balaclavas.
Hello?
Have you any idea or
You know what I mean?
why
So they're
this
not
has
recognised
happened?
with the TV in case
Are
the
you
police
able
come along the road.
to come to any sort of reason for this happening this evening?
No, it's just mindless hurry. As I said, I drove past the shop, the window was broken when I drove past the shop. When I parked the car, came back, and there was 2 people had come out of the shop. 2 minutes came out of the broken window. 2 minutes later, it was ablaze. I've just gone in and torched it.
I think she will be.
Trevor Reeves, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us this evening. Let's cross now to Mark White, our correspondent, who's actually in Croydon. Mark, what can you tell us? What can you see?
Yeah, I'm just on the main London road in Croydon. There are some police officers holding a line further up London Road, but down in the area now where I am, no police at all. And just an awful sight. 2 cars burning in front of me. The Toad Sport bet shop smashed into a gang of youths just all masked up, running into that shop as we speak, ransacking the premises here. It's completely lawless in this part of Croydon tonight. The police may have a control in some areas, but they're not here. And there are cars, you can hear the horns there, just driving into the midst of, as I say, what is a very lawless, very dangerous situation for any local residents caught up in this.
Are people there making attempts to conceal their identities at all?
Cole's coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. There are. I mean, not everyone is, to be fair, but significant numbers are. It's that sort of archetypal image, isn't it, of the scarves over faces, just trying to make sure that they're not recognisable for CCTV camera, or should they be caught by any film crew. So,
all of them are using
the smoke is billowing up and down this street, and of course we're nowhere near where the main fires are. They're just further up, that furniture shop, which was just an awful image that we've been showing on Sky this evening. I can see the police helicopter overhead that scene, but this particular area on the London Road, nothing in the way of a police presence on this end of London Road.
Mark White, for the moment, thank you. Well, we know that the troubles have spread to Croydon. We've had reports from Ilford in East London. We know Hackney, Peckham, Lewisham and Clapham Junction also affected this evening, but the problems are not simply contained in London. They have spread. We've heard reports from Birmingham that there has been rioting there, and correspondent Darren Little can bring us up to date with what's happening in the Midlands. Darren.
Yeah, hello there. As you say, it has spread here to Birmingham. At the moment, we're right by the police headquarters. If you look up the road, you can see the police are directing people. Most of the city centre of Birmingham has been closed off to traffic. Now, the disorder started near the Bullring shopping centre earlier this evening. Now, we're told that happened because the shops were told to shut early as a precaution. They did that, and it seems to have had the completely opposite effect. Now, all throughout the evening, there's been disorder all the way over the back, behind these buildings here, around the area where St Philip's Cathedral is, right in the centre of
A very good morning and welcome to World News. Well, fires are still burning in London after a third night of rioting, but the violence hasn't been confined to the British capital, with disturbances reported in Birmingham, Liverpool and Bristol. Rioters have clashed with police in several areas of the capital, throwing missiles, lighting fires and looting businesses and vehicles. The Metropolitan Police have deployed armoured riot vehicles in the Ealing and Lavender Hill areas of London, with hundreds of people having been arrested. Well, the Prime Minister David Cameron is flying home from Italy after cutting short his holiday. He's set to chair a meeting of the government's emergency committee, COBRA, later.
Let's go find out. Okay, come on. What's your secret?
This is Sky World News with Luquesa Burak.
Good morning, you're watching World News. Our top stories. London has been hit by a third night of rioting, with violence breaking out in several areas of the city. Hundreds were arrested after looting and clashes with police. But there's also been trouble in Liverpool, Birmingham, Bristol. Prime Minister David Cameron has cut short his holiday in Italy and is flying back home to hold an emergency cabinet meeting. And police in London have deployed armoured vehicles to push back the crowds.
Fucking hell.
Not much carnage down here,
We're fucking lucky, I tell you. It's unbelievable. Safe boxes on the floor. Absolutely totally destroyed. That building. Livelihood completely gone. There's obviously helicopters floating about the place. Obviously the tram system is totally out. That's almighty. Windows.